Hi everybody, it's Alisamurray here with another DIY for the sweet lifers out there. And what I'm going to show you how to do today is to take some simple garland that you can just pick up at your local decorative store and decorate it up so it looks fancy and way more expensive than just the plain Jane. You'll notice when you go into the stores, there's all kinds of garlands that have all kinds of stuff on them. And the more stuff that they have, they typically are more expensive. So usually one of those that has like a whole lot of stuff on it is going to run you around $100 per piece. And if you're going to do your whole front door all the way around it, you're going to need at least 3 to 4 of those. So it's very expensive to do it that way. So what I've always done is tried to take stuff from last year and the year before and the year before. And oftentimes Uncle Brian will say, why aren't we throwing some of this stuff away? Because there's always a way to use it. That's the reason why we don't throw that stuff away. We just put it in a tub. Even old stuff pulled out of wreaths, and I'm going to show you how to do that in a little bit too, can be spray painted and can be renovated and can be used year to year with a completely different look for your house. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you how to do the actual ribbon and kind of connect all of these together. And then after I get done getting it connected, I'm going to take it outside and actually do an installation for you and show you what it looks like finished. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get some mesh. And I do buy this new every year because every year there's always a different design. And I get a small size like this to use for the bow. And then I get a larger one that's kind of a double width in a similar pattern for the actual ribbon that goes all the way down and around the entire door. So what you want to do is I'm going to put this on the floor so that I can kind of pull it as I need to. What you want to do is you're going to get some string. And in this case, I just found some cross-stitch string that's upstairs in the sewing area. So you don't have to go buy anything fancy. If you've got floral wire, then that's fine too, but it's green. And I kind of want to try to blend in with the orange. And so this is going to be a little bit of a pop, but you're not going to see much of it because of the way this is going to be applied to the garland. So I'm going to cut a little bit of string, just enough to be able to tie off some of this. And I'm going to start by taking it and pinching it like this and attaching it to this particular garland. Has these kind of funky little chains on them. So that actually makes it easier to attach. But what you want to do is you want to take it and you want to attach it to the garland and just tie it down. Mainly, you know, sometimes I will tuck when I get in there to do the installation outside. But sometimes tying it really is better because you've got wind and you don't want things to just blow off. So you can go back in if you need to make it fuller and add more later. But for the first kind of decoration level, or I should say maybe layer, if you think about it in terms of layers, I would just put it in there on the garland with a string so that it's a little bit more secure. So just come back around, let it kind of gape a little bit like this, and again come back in. Actually, I want to wrap it and go under on this side. And so I'm going to just keep doing that with the string until I get all of the garlands completely decorated with the wide ribbon. Just kind of eyeball it because you can get a lot of interesting movement and shape with this fabric ribbon. It's got a lot of nice sparkle to it and a lot of nice texture as well. So just tie that down. See how that's starting to come together. And then take a little bit more. Kind of let it bubble out a little bit. Get yourself some more string. You're starting to see how that looks, like that. Keep going with it. Eventually going to get to the end of your garland, and when you do, that's when I want you to connect them. You're going to put another string in there and connect the two so that you're working with one long piece when you get to the door. I have done this before by going just to the door and putting all three pieces up separately and then hand tucking everything in. But honestly, it's a whole lot easier to do it in the kitchen on the counter or at a table where you can lay it out and work on it, and then only have to do a few things to tuck in as you're doing your final assembly. Just because it's hard to hold your arms up that long and balance on a ladder and try to do all of that at one time. It's like ring circus almost. Okay, so there's that one. All right, now I've come to the end. See, the end's there. And now I'm going to take another one, and I'm actually going to take the two pieces that have the little chains in them, and I'm going to tie them together with a string, because I'm going to have that fabric ribbon go over that spot where they actually connect. So I'm not going to connect them with it. I'm going to connect them first, and then the ribbon is going to go past that. Don't want it to get tangled up. You just want to have it be sort of bunched. And then as I show you how to put the installation on it, you'll see how you go back in and tuck it here and tuck it there and make it look really pretty and full. And this is, woo, there it goes. Okay. Pick it up so I'm not having to fight it. Take the last piece and connect those chains. You can see how easy it is to get tangled up with this. You can imagine how much harder it is to do it if you're trying to do it while you're standing up on a ladder at the actual door. We even decorate the, I lost my string. We even decorate the staircase, which I'm going to show you a picture of that at the home tour. I don't know where that string went, guys. I've got to find the string before I can keep going. See if I can figure out where that is. Didn't know we were going to be playing hide and seek during this video. Found the string. Told you guys I used orange string so it would be camouflaged, and it sure was camouflaged. Playing hide and seek with the string, trying to make a YouTube for you guys. Sometimes it's best to have somebody help you with this project. But I got everybody in my house right now doing different projects, so Nobody's around to help me with it right now. It's a lot to try to manage by yourself because it gets to be heavy and it gets to be long and tends to want to drag and fall off the countertop. I can see where that's going to end, so I'm going to need to tie it in 2 spots, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut this. So it's easier for me to manage. Go ahead and cut 2 strings. Okay. So last tie was there, so I'm going to a little bit of slack. Kind of unravel that a little bit. And wrap it. At the very end, I want you to take that edge and pinch it like that, and then bring it in at the very end like that, so it comes back over and makes a nice curve. So I'm going to take that now and tie that down. Okay. So this is what you'll end up with. You'll have your garland, and you'll have ribbon attached to it, like so, from one end to the other, all the way down, like that, right? So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to make a bow. So what I want to do is I'm going to pull off quite a bit of this. Probably good. I'm going to make loops just like that, because this is going over the front door, so the bow needs to be rather large. Pinch it, do more loop. Kind of getting it even. Okay, so you've got that. You're holding it with your hand, and then take your string again. Tie that together pretty tight. Okay, so you've got that. Then I want you to take more of your ribbon, cut a piece about that long, fold it in half, wrap it around the middle like that, and then tie it. And that gives you a little spot back here to be able to tie it on. So tie that there, and then I'm gonna go ahead and cut off this orange string because we don't need that. So a little piece back here, but you're not going to see it, but I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off just because we can. All right, so now you've got your bow. All right, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to take you outside and then we'll put everything together. I'm going to show you at the front door how to take all of this stuff that we've done in here and take it out there and assemble it and then stick stuff in it and make it really full and beautiful, and really for a whole lot cheaper than it would be if you were to just buy everything already done, because this material for this ribbon is not very expensive. And those garlands, if you buy the base garland that just has a few things on it, like this one has leaves and it has a little bit of those fall berries, is pretty inexpensive. But by dressing it up like that, you can really make it look outstanding. So we're going to go in there and I'll show you in just a second. I'll see you at the front door. Okay, everybody, so now we're at the front door and we're going to do the assembly on our garland. So I'm going to show you how to do that and then add all the extra stuff in it to make it all full and pretty and look real expensive when it really wasn't. So we're going to get started. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to attach it to the nails that I already have around the door. All right, so next is I'm going to go in here and I'm going to pull this stuff out and kind of tuck it here and there. So it's got some fullness to it. Okay, I'll find the center here. It's the center. And working off the center, I've got some of these guys. These are the leftovers from a couple of years ago with our other decorations. And so I'm going to work these guys into here. I'm just going to pinch them in and let them hang. Kind of keep an eye on it, kind of look around, see if you've got everything kind of even the way you want it to be. All right, now I'm going to take this bow that we made, and I'm going to put it in the dead center. I'm going to use those ties that we have in the back that I showed you earlier. And I'm going to tie it right there in the middle. So guys, that's how you do the door part. So all you need to do is you need to take your ribbon and wrap it around your garland, tie it off, and then attach it to your door frame, and then go in after that and fluff up all of your different ribbons, and then add in some sprigs of this, that, and the other here and there. And then in the next episode on our doorscapes for fall, I'm going to show you how to make a beautiful wreath. We'll see you soon. Hey, and if you found any value, please do me a favor and like and share. We'll see you in the next episode.